Which Rakadushi member did Max take down? Stay tuned and let's talk about it. Welcome back to another episode of Ruthless TV, where I break down Tyler Perry's The Oval scene by scene. Now, let's get into this video. Back in episode 14, we learned that Max mentioned to Bobby that he went on a little stroll. He went for a little walk. And we know from previous episodes, one of which when they met Barry in the parking lot, the Rakadushis, a few of the Rakadushi members escaped. They escaped from Daikon and Ruth and ran right up into the cabin with Bobby and Max. Now, what are the odds of that happening, right? They let Bobby and Max know that they were part of the Rakadushis and they had escaped the compound and that they needed food. And Max really didn't want to hear it. He was asking them like 1,000,001 questions, but Bobby let them off the hook. He let them off the hook. He gave them like a couple of bags of groceries and, sent them on their way. But before they left, they did let them know that the Rakadushi compound was about 3 miles away, up the hill and around the corner, right? And he tells Bobby that he ran into the cult, right? And then Bobby was like, how did that happen? How did you just run into the cult, right? And I think that Max was indeed on a walk, but he went up there to be nosy, right? He told him that he was on a walk and he just kind of ran into the compound on accident. Like he just bumped into Andrew, Oliver, and Clark. Right? Because they guard them gates like no other, right? So he says, quote unquote, that they were asking him a lot of questions about who he was and where he was from and yada yada. So Max goes on to tell him that the cult is not about love like they said they were, and that he saw a lot of kids and he saw a lot of guns. Then he said he had to take one of them down a little bit. Then Bobby said, why in the heck did you do that? You're going to bring more heat to us. We don't need any more attention on this cabin right now. And then Max reassured him that it was okay, because he said that no one came after him. And my question is, how do you take somebody down a little bit? Right? Like how? Because we know he didn't take out to lunch Oliver. No. He ain't took Oliver down. Oliver is not an easy feat. And he ain't going out like that. And we know it ain't Andrew because Andrew will probably be trying to reason with him. Andrew will be talking about, brother, you need to let us know who you are or go on about your way. Go on about your business. All right, brother. All right. So Andrew will probably be too nice to take down, even though he be carrying around that G.I. Joe gun over his shoulder like he's really going to use it. And we know that it couldn't have been Clark because Clark gonna run through the gates and go and tell Daikon. And if he told Daikon, he would not have made it back to that cabin. Daikon would have had Max in a purple robe walking around and had him converted by the way of the Raku by nightfall. Never to be heard from again. So who do y'all think he took down really at the Rakadushi compound? Drop me a note in the comments and let me know who you think it is. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Ruthless TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And I'll see you on the next one.